series that I had planned, and this is movie reviews, where I'm going to show you some of my favorite movies and yeah, just tip you a little bit. And as you can see behind me, I've collected quite a few movies during the years. It started with VHS movies. I still have a couple of these left, actually. There's some kind of nostalgia when it comes to VHS, at least for me. You can almost, they smell in a particular way. So I came up with this idea, no, I had it planned, but then I forgot about it, but now I'm sick, I'm coughing all the time, so if I do that during the video I got to edit it out, and I feel like somebody put a sock up my nose. So yes, so I had planned to do this movie review combined with ASMR qualities, if you know what I mean. So at the same time I will kind of tip you on movies that you might have missed and try to relax you at the same time, so win-win, right? And I'm going to focus on horror movies, at least in the beginning, because that's my favorite genre of the, So what do I have today? I have not this. This is going back in the collection for now. No, I wanted to tip you of a ghost story. As you know, I love ghost stories, and I love splatter movies too. But somewhere I find hauntings, vampires, werewolves more intriguing. So this is the movie I'm going to tip you on today. Now, this one is from, I think it's from 1981, and it's based on Peter Straub's book by the same name, Ghost Story, and it's directed by John Irwins, and it has a magnificent cast with Fred Astaire, Melvyn Douglas, Douglas Fairbanks Jr., John Houseman, and Craig Wasson, who I only remember have seen in Body Double, Brian De Palmas, and The Nightmare on Elm Street 3, I think. Well, now this movie. Putting it here. It's about a small town called Milburn in New England, and there is a club of old gentlemen who meet up once a week to tell old ghost stories. And it's called, the club they have is called the Chowder Society, and they are plagued by nightmares, horrible nightmares, and one of the, I think it's Douglas Fairbanks Jr. has two sons, two twins, and in the beginning of the movie, which is a very terrifying scene, the son goes up to a girl who is lying in a bed with his back towards him, and he touches her and feels that she's so cold, and he says, I think he says, "Who are you and what are you?" and when he flips her over, one of the best zombie effects I've ever seen in my whole life. I happened to lay my eyes on one of these pictures when I was a kid, and you know, I couldn't sleep for years. So yeah, you can see here, it's incredible makeup effects by Dick Smith, who also is behind Exorcist and Little Big Man with Dustin Hoffman. So yeah, there's a funeral, and the other son meets up with the old guys, old timers, and he tells them about the girl he met, and she resembles a girl that the Chowder Society met in the early 30s, and of course they have a dark secret that comes back to haunt them. And you know, many movies nowadays are pretty fast. You know, effects on effects, and this one is pretty slow, and it's got a wonderful soundtrack by Philip Sardé, I think he's pronounced, yes. So they try to solve the mystery and save themselves. Now this is a spoiler, because yeah, so spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie. But of course they happen to kind of kill that girl in the 20s, 30s, and she comes back as a vengeful ghost. And the reason I tell you this is because that's one of the flaws of the movie. Because in the book, Eva Gallia, she's called, or Alma Mobley, which is played by Alice Craig, you know, the Borg Queen from Star Trek, wonderful actress, and she's so eerie in this one, it's really scary. So why I'm telling you this is because in the book, and this is a flaw, the book is it's a thick book, and in the book she's kind of like a shapeshifter, I think, but it does not go into that in the book, in the movie. And I think she's a shapeshifter, and she has two henchmen, one little boy and a big, large man called Gregory Bates. Gregory Bates, and they are like vampire, zombie kind of creatures which she created. So that's a big part of the book that they missed. But anyway, I wouldn't want them to remake the movie because, you know, haven't we seen enough of these demon faces with black eyes who open their mouths like really wide, and no one can reproduce Dick Smith's horrible, no, not horrible, well they are horrible too, but you know, extremely well done ghost effects. And one of the ghosts actually was cut out from this film and was inserted into The House on Haunted Hill from 1999. If you remember, when I think it is Jeffrey Rush, is that his name, who falls into a swimming pool or something, and there's this ghost with just a big mouth. Yeah, that one was from this. So yes, this is my film tip for today, and if I have to grade this movie, I would give this a 4 out of 5. It's one of my favorite ghost stories, actually, and yes. So I hope you enjoy this little video. I hope I'm going to get well soon. I don't like being sick because, yeah, who likes being sick? So I will cut this short now, and oh, I'm so sorry, it's popping up notes, of course. So I will end this now, and I will wish you a nice evening. And if you can find this movie, Ghost Story, do, because it's worth seeing. Goodbye.